I got all these imaginary memories about things that were never real, and I need some clarification as to which ones are true and which ones are just me missing you. I remember the glass house by the shoreline, above the bridge and down into the sand. I pictured you and I together walking hand in hand. I thought I recognized your shadow falling across the hall, and then I remembered that I never knew you at all. I remember the Ferris wheel ride in the middle of June and the time that you and I rode in that hot air balloon. I remember summer days and lemonade and cold winter nights. I remember being scared that you were always right. I remember the day I found out that it was true. I remember the day I sat and watched myself lose you. If you could clear things up, I know I'd be alright. I just don't want you to live this dream every dead of night, and you're welcome home. I leave the latch undone for you. I know it's been years since we parted, but I always hope that you'll walk through. I miss you, Clementine, and I wish that you were mine. I know you'll never hear this now, but if you do, everything I ever wrote was always for you. But there you lay beneath the turbine where you asked for your farewell. I remember the day we flipped our coins into the wishing well. You said you told me your wish wouldn't come true. Well, look at it now, love. I remembered it for you. And Clementine, I'm twisted in my sheets. And Clementine, I cannot sleep. But when I do, I will dream, and I will dream that I'm awake, and I will hope that my sweet dreaming will be my sweet escape. I will open my eyes to see your body new. Every word I ever wrote was for you. I found all those poems. I reread all your notes. You always hated them, but I wanted you to know that they're beautiful. I'll be performing one soon. And when they ask about the hope, I always point them to you. Well, welcome home. Welcome home. I just wanted you to know that I've missed you since you've been gone. I've been feeling quite alone. You're my sweet angel, and if I make it through, every word I ever wrote was for you. And I could never write until you passed away. I always tried to write like you. Now I can. And now I do, but all my wishes to write in style can never compete to you, lovely child. If I had one wish, I'd take my wishes back and get you home. I just want to get you home. I just want you to come home tonight. But I wonder, when she ran that stop sign, did you wince as the cars collided? And when you say you're always with someone, does that mean you were holding her hand when she shattered to pieces the way the windshield did? I am joyous that she understands heaven, but God, that loss shot us all to hell. There are no words to justify the void as I watched while her mother's countenance fell. I looked for you in the hospital. I carried you to her myself. Behind all those wires and machines, I swear she was more alive than I felt. So when I ask you how you let this happen, I'm not blaming you, I'm just mad. And when I scream at you and convince myself that you were wrong, please don't hold it against me. I'm just so sad. And when my sister cries herself to sleep at night, give her comfort I only wish I could have. But God, when life ends, does it end? Is there a happily thereafter for all of my friends? And when she broke on the pavement, did she break through the heavens? And were you there to welcome her in? Did you wince just a little when she opened her eyes on the morning of the day that you knew that she'd die? Did you hold your breath when I lost all of mine when my mom called, said, "I'm sorry, son, she's not going to make it," and I lost track of time? I looked for you in the hospital. Those that seek will find, but she was so hard to recognize. Was that you at her side? But God, when we die, are you real? So I hope her life is worth the pain that we feel. And when she shattered in the wreckage, when she broke on the stone, did she break into heaven, and did you rebuild her bones, and were you there with open hands to welcome her home? So I think I'm going to read one more and then do a little song thing, if that's cool.